If your life isn't changing, it's not the world, it's you. Most people wait for the environment to shift, not realizing they are the shift. I meant, focus on yourself, because when you change, everything else begins to change. You are the project, you are the answer, you are the breakthrough. So one of the most powerful decisions you'll ever make is to take full responsibility for your life. It's easy to point fingers. It's easy to say, it's my boss's fault, or if only I had more support, or the economy is down, or my partner doesn't understand me. But here's the truth. None of that changes anything. None of that gives you power. Blaming others is the fastest way to stay stuck. The moment you put the cause of your life outside yourself, you surrender control over your future. But when you take ownership, when you say, this is my life and I'm responsible for where it goes, everything begins to shift. You move from victim to victor, from passive observer to active creator. Responsibility isn't about blaming yourself, it's about claiming your power. It means recognizing that no matter what happens around you, you still have a choice. You still have the ability to respond, to grow, to change course, to rise again. When you take responsibility, you stop waiting for things to change and you stop becoming the change. You stop asking, why me, and start asking, what now? You realize that your future is not written by your past, it's written by your decisions. This mindset is not just about motivation, it's about maturity. It's the moment you stop expecting life to be fair and instead decide to be prepared. It's the decision to stop waiting for someone to rescue you and instead rise and rescue yourself. Taking responsibility means being honest with yourself. It means admitting when you've wasted time, when you've made poor choices, when you've settled, when you avoided action. It's hard, but it's also freeing, because once you admit you had a hand in where you are, you also gain the power to steer toward where you want to go. For the next 30 days, make it your mission to take full ownership of your thoughts, your words, your actions. No more blaming traffic for being late. No more blaming your upbringing for your habits. No more blaming lack of time, money, or support. Instead, get curious. Every time something goes wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this setback to grow? What can I do better next time? How can I move forward stronger? Because here's the truth. Your success, your peace, your fulfillment, they all begin the moment you stop running from responsibility and start embracing it. That's when your mindset sharpens, your focus deepens, your energy multiplies. That's when life starts responding to you instead of happening to you. Don't wait for the perfect time, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect environment. Create it, build it, become it, take full responsibility, and you'll discover that everything you've been waiting for has been waiting on you. Everything you achieve or fail to achieve in life begins with what you believe. Your actions are not random. They are a direct reflection of your internal philosophy, your beliefs, your values, your worldview. If you want to change your outcomes, you have to start with the root, how you think. Your personal philosophy is like the operating system running your life. It determines how you interpret the world, how you respond to challenges, how you handle success, and how you recover from failure. The problem is that most people never stop to examine the philosophy they're living by. They inherit beliefs from family, friends, society, and culture without ever asking, is this actually serving me? If you believe success is for the lucky few, you'll never try. If you believe failure defines you, you'll avoid taking risks. If you believe that people can't be trusted, you'll isolate yourself. But if you shift your beliefs, you shift your behavior. And when your behavior changes, your results follow. It's a chain reaction that starts in the mind. That's why it's critical to ask yourself deep questions. What do I believe about success? Is it earned or given? What do I believe about hard work? Do I see it as a burden or a pathway? What do I believe about failure? Is it the end or just feedback? What do I believe about myself? Am I capable or am I doubting my worth? These questions aren't just for self-reflection, they are for transformation. Because once you identify the limiting beliefs you've been living under, you can replace them with empowering ones. You can create a philosophy that supports your growth instead of sabotaging it. A strong personal philosophy doesn't make life easier, but it makes you stronger. It gives you clarity when things get chaotic. It gives you resilience when things get hard. It gives you purpose when you feel lost. It's your internal compass in a world full of distractions and noise. Don't just drift through life reacting to everything. Decide who you want to be and build a belief system that aligns with that version of yourself. Read books that challenge your thinking. Learn from mentors who have achieved what you aspire to. Study successful people and ask what they believe, because success leaves clues, and belief systems are one of the biggest clues of all. And remember, this is not about copying someone else's mindset, it's about crafting your own, consciously, intentionally, powerfully. When you develop a personal philosophy rooted in growth, integrity, discipline, and purpose, you become unshakable. You stop being tossed around by opinions, trends, or failures. You start standing tall on a foundation of belief that you've chosen for yourself. It's not about being perfect, it's about being aligned. So if you want your results to change, start with your beliefs. Because mindset isn't a motivational slogan, it's the foundation of your future. Discipline is the foundation of every achievement worth having. It is the quiet force behind the scenes, the consistent decision to act even when motivation is nowhere in sight. Motivation can spark a beginning, but only discipline carries you through the journey. Dreams are beautiful, goals are inspiring, but they mean nothing without action. And not just occasional action, consistent, deliberate, disciplined action. Discipline is the bridge between the vision you have in your mind and the reality you want to live. Without it, that vision remains a fantasy. The truth is, discipline doesn't come naturally to most people. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build, one decision at a time. Waking up early when your body craves more sleep, saying no to distractions when everyone else is giving in, choosing long-term growth over short-term comfort. These choices aren't easy, but they are necessary. Because every time you choose discipline, you're casting a vote for the person you want to become. And with enough votes, you become that person, not by accident, but by design. Yes, discipline feels hard. It demands effort. It's uncomfortable. It asks you to delay gratification, to push through resistance, to do the thing, especially when you don't feel like doing it. But that pain, that discomfort, it's temporary. It passes. What stays is the strength you build, the momentum you gain, the results you create. On the other hand, regret, that's the pain that lingers. That's the weight that haunts you, the missed opportunity, the wasted potential, the dream you didn't chase because you chose comfort over consistency. The pain of regret weighs far more than the temporary sting of discipline. You will carry one, discipline or regret. The question is, which one are you willing to bear? Discipline also builds integrity. When you follow through on what you said you'd do, even when no one is watching, you build self-respect, you begin to trust yourself. And that trust becomes confidence. Confidence not built on hype, but on proof, on knowing that when you make a commitment to yourself, you keep it. And once you know that, you become unstoppable. Because the person who can master themselves can master anything. The good news is that discipline gets easier. The beginning is always the hardest. But over time, with repetition, what was once hard becomes normal. What was once uncomfortable becomes part of your identity. And once discipline becomes a habit, you no longer have to think twice, you just do what needs to be done. That's when the real transformation happens. When effort becomes automatic and success becomes inevitable. Ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes? Not once, not when it's easy, but every single day, especially when it's hard? That's where winners are forged, not in bursts of excitement, but in quiet moments of discipline, in choices made without applaud, in the grind no one sees. That's how goals are reached. That's how lives are changed. That's how dreams are built, brick by disciplined brick. Your mind is the engine of your success. It's the one tool you carry with you everywhere, in every situation, in every phase of your life. And just like any engine, it needs fuel, high quality, empowering, growth-oriented fuel. What you put into your mind determines what you get out of your life. If you fill it with doubt, distraction, and noise, you'll produce confusion, hesitation, and missed opportunities. But if you fill it with wisdom, insight, and knowledge, you'll make better decisions, seize the right moments, and rise above limitations. The mind must be fed daily, intentionally, and purposefully. Learning isn't something that ends when school ends. That's where real learning should begin. If you stop growing the moment you graduate, you've already started falling behind. The world moves fast. New ideas, new challenges, new opportunities are constantly emerging. If you're not growing, you're shrinking. If you're not learning, you're decaying. That's why continuous learning must become your personal standard, not an occasional activity. Make it a non-negotiable. Just like you eat to fuel your body, read and learn to fuel your mind. When you don't need hours each day. Even 15 minutes of focused reading can change your life. A few pages of a powerful book can shift your mindset, inspire new ideas, and open doors you didn't even know existed. The key is intentional learning. Don't just scroll through social media or consume random content. Seek out information that challenges you, stretches you, elevates you. Read books that feed your soul and sharpen your mind. Listen to mentors who've walked the path you want to travel. Attend seminars that expand your vision. Find ways to keep learning, even during your busiest days. Some people say they don't have time to learn, but the truth is, they don't value it enough yet. Learning isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. It's what gives you a competitive edge. It's what helps you see patterns others miss. It's what helps you adapt when life throws unexpected changes. Most of the world is reactive. They wait until they're forced to learn. But the winners, the builders, the leaders, they learn proactively. They read before they're in crisis. They grow before they're in demand. They invest in their mind before life demands a withdrawal. You don't need to know everything, but you do need to keep learning something. Be curious, ask questions, explore subjects that stretch your comfort zone. Read biographies of successful people, not to idolize them, but to decode their thinking. Success leaves clues, and books often carry those clues in every chapter. Listen to podcasts that inspire growth. Surround yourself with people who are hungry to learn. Join communities where knowledge is shared, not hoarded. The more you learn, the more you see. You'll begin to recognize opportunities that others miss. You'll hear lessons in failure. You'll see patterns in chaos. You'll connect dots that others ignore. That's the power of a trained, growing mind. So never stop learning, because the moment you do, you stop growing. And when you stop growing, you start settling. And settling has never built anything great. Your emotions are powerful. They are energy in motion, capable of pushing you forward or holding you back. But emotions are not meant to be your master. They are meant to be your servants. Most people live life at the mercy of how they feel. One bad day, one piece of bad news, one unexpected failure, and they spiral. But if you want to win, if you want to rise, you must master your emotions before they master you. You must learn to feel your feelings without letting them control your decisions. Emotions like fear, doubt, frustration, and anger are inevitable. You can't eliminate them completely, nor should you. They exist for a reason. Fear can protect. Frustration can signal a need for change. Doubt can push you to be more prepared. But none of these emotions should lead your life. Just because you feel something doesn't make it true. Just because fear whispers doesn't mean you need to obey. Just because you're discouraged doesn't mean you're done. Emotional maturity comes from learning to pause, reflect, and then respond, not react. The first step in mastering your emotions is awareness. Most people don't even know what they're feeling until it explodes out of them in anger or withdrawal. You have to start asking yourself, what am I feeling right now? And more importantly, why? Naming the emotion gives you power over it. It shifts you from being emotionally driven to being emotionally intelligent. Once you're aware of what's happening inside, you can begin to guide your emotional state instead of being hijacked by it. And here's the truth. You can train your emotions just like you train your body. You can build emotional strength through small, daily practices that condition your mind to stay grounded, focused, and resilient no matter what's happening around you. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. When you start each day counting your blessings instead of your burdens, your emotional tone shifts from lack to abundance. Visualize your goals. See yourself winning. Feed your subconscious the images of success, and your emotions will begin to align with that vision. Speak affirmations that empower you. Tell yourself who you are, not who fear says you are. And move your body, because physical movement changes mental state. Even a walk or workout can reset your emotions in minutes. Mastering your emotions doesn't mean pretending to be positive all the time. It means you no longer let temporary feelings make permanent decisions. It means you have the strength to move forward even when fear is in the room. It means you can handle failure without falling apart, rejection without losing worth, stress without losing direction. Emotional mastery is not about denial, it's about discipline. It's about knowing how to step back from a situation and say, this isn't going to define me. I decide who I am. I decide what I do next. Once you can do that, once your emotions become your fuel instead of your cage, there's nothing you can't achieve. Your health is the foundation of everything else in your life. Without it, nothing else truly matters. You can have all the money, all the fame, all the success, but if your body is breaking down, if you're constantly tired, sick or stressed, you can't enjoy any of it. Health is the real wealth. And yet, it's often the first thing people sacrifice in the pursuit of their goals. They stay up late grinding, skip meals, live on junk food, ignore exercise, and convince themselves that rest is a luxury. That's not winning, that's slow self-destruction. Success achieved at the cost of your health isn't success at all. What good is reaching the top if you're too exhausted to stand there? What good is wealth if you have to spend it all later trying to repair what you ignored for years? Taking care of your health isn't optional, it's a requirement for long-term performance, clarity, energy, and joy. Your body is your vehicle through life. If you don't take care of it, everything else suffers. Fuel your body with real, whole foods. Don't just eat to satisfy hunger, eat to nourish. Your brain runs on what you feed it. Your energy levels are a direct reflection of what you put on your plate. Skip the crash diets and shortcuts. Build habits that last. Hydrate, get your greens, limit the sugar and processed foods. Small, consistent changes in your diet create massive long-term shifts in your vitality and movement. Don't underestimate the power of movement. Your body was designed to move. Sedentary life dulls your energy, clouds your thinking, and weakens your spirit. You don't have to be an athlete. Just move daily. Walk, stretch, lift, dance. Whatever gets the blood flowing and reminds your body it's alive. Exercise isn't just about aesthetics, it's about resilience. It sharpens your focus, elevates your mood, reduces stress, and boosts your confidence. Every drop of sweat is a deposit into your future strength. Sleep is not a waste of time. It's how your body heals. It's how your brain recharges. Pushing yourself to the limit without rest isn't hustle, it's sabotage. Prioritize quality sleep. Set a routine. Unplug. Protect your nights like you protect your goals. Because you can't think clearly, lead powerfully, or grow consistently when you're sleep deprived. And stress. Don't carry it like a badge of honor. Chronic stress slowly poisons the body. Learn how to manage it. Breathe, meditate, journal, take breaks, talk to someone. Do what helps you reset. A clear mind and a relaxed body are not luxuries. They're performance tools. The truth is, when your body is in alignment, everything else aligns. Your mind becomes sharper, your emotions become more stable, your decisions become stronger. Take care of your health not just so you can live longer, but so you can live fully. The energy you bring to your goals, your relationships, and your life starts with how well you treat your body. Respect it, prioritize it, strengthen it. Because when you feel good physically, you show up better in every other area of life. Everything you've ever wanted, success, peace, confidence, purpose, begins with you. It's not about waiting for the world to change or hoping for someone to hand you an opportunity. It's about becoming the kind of person who creates their own. Focusing on yourself is not selfish, it's essential. When you take full responsibility, build discipline, develop your philosophy, grow emotionally, care for your body, sharpen your mind, and cultivate your character, you unlock the version of yourself that can handle success and sustain it. Real winning isn't measured just by trophies or titles. It's measured by growth, strength, clarity, and impact. It's who you become in the process. So block out the noise, cut out the excuses, stop waiting for permission. You are the project, you are the priority, you are the solution. Focus on you until you rise. Focus on you until you evolve. Focus on you until you win, and keep winning, because the best investment you'll ever make is in you.